I'm Ian Scales, and you're watching TelecomTV's M2M, The Big Conversation. This time we're going to be talking about smartphones and the role they're beginning to play, the pivotal role, in M2M and Internet of Things. This year it's going to be 6 years since the first touch-sensitive smartphone hit the market. That, of course, was the iPhone. I don't think even Steve Jobs, all-knowing and all-seeing that he was, quite appreciated just what he was unleashing. This gadget is going to be the key to controlling home IT, and it'll trigger new appliances, getting them onto the network, maybe providing GPS coordinates, all sorts of things, because this is our digital Swiss Army knife for the Internet of Things, and it's going to be a real assist. Here's Fernando Alvarez, Capgemini VP and all-round mobile expert.
The entrance of the smartphone in the market and the revolution that it basically was caused by the introduction of the iPhone by Apple, and it has changed completely the way we all do things. Now every single smartphone provider does or try to emulate or excel. It has transformed the way we do things, and I believe it opens the door for entrepreneurs. It opens the door for many new ideas to come into ways. It opens the door for us as consumers to have easy access to the way we consume, we purchase, we interact with others. I believe that things are going to get better, and I believe that impact is going to be mainly in the tablet space. I think the smartphone will continue to mature, but what I believe the upside we'll see more and more will be on the tablet itself. And the usage of that tablet, at some point in time, that reduces the gap between the laptop and the tablet, which right now, I don't know about you, but some of us may have 6 or 7 devices between a laptop, different tablets, different smartphones, personal, corporate. I think that gap will be reduced substantially. And that is the moment in history that we're crossing over right now.
David Taylor is MD of M2M at O2, and he's seen the dynamic work right up close.
When I was working at Tesco Mobile, we saw very much how the first sort of internet revolution of how consumers started to use their smartphones to engage in the internet. But we did start to think about how consumers could then use their device for other reasons, so making a payment, collecting their loyalty points. And you started to see how the device became an internet access point for much more than just communication and browsing. And then the natural evolution of that is into the world of the Internet of Things. Again, where the consumer starts to get some of the benefits and has an easier life because of the machine-to-machine services that we enable.
Which is why you have to wonder about some approaches in the car industry, which is to embed the wireless technology actually in the car. Others are taking a tethering approach. Matt Hatton of Machina Research explains.
A lot of the auto manufacturers, rather than having built-in connectivity, they're focusing on tethering to the smartphones. So the likes of Ford are focusing on that as their approach. And so it's the interaction is much more via the smartphone with a very good user-friendly user interface that's been developed over many years, versus the sort of slightly clunky approach that dominates maybe in the auto sector.
So the motivations are pretty clear. Walled gardens are always attractive to the gardener.
The auto manufacturers and many of the device manufacturers and even the operators would like to believe that in many cases it will be a vehicle connection, a dedicated vehicle connection. And if you look at what some of the premium marques are doing, Audi, BMW, these types of manufacturers tend to focus on that as the approach. Others have taken an alternative approach, like Ford with my Ford Sync. They use the smartphone for connectivity. Now, if you're an end user and you want to make use of a tablet for viewing video streaming in the vehicle, what's your best option? Is it going to be connecting via the vehicle Wi-Fi hotspot, or is it going to be by connecting using your own cellular connectivity? It's still not quite clear. Now, and part of that, part of the issue with it is about the evolution path for technologies. So if you're putting LTE into a vehicle now, into a brand new Audi A5, say, in 10 years' time, what does that look like in terms of the relative capabilities of the connectivity of that vehicle versus the latest smartphone or versus the latest tablet? it's a question. It's not clear to me that actually we're looking at a sea change from 4G to whatever 5G or 6G might look like. I suspect we might be round about 5G by 2023, but exactly what that looks like is unclear. And so it's too early to say whether the capabilities of the vehicle will be completely trumped by the capabilities of the handset or the tablet. It's uncertain.
So given the fast rate of change with the smartphone and the tablet and the relatively slower rate of change in the car market, my guess is that smartphone is going to win out here yet again.
And what we've seen in Telefonica and at O2 is that we've been very successful in developing, as you say, a technology-led connectivity and platforms business. But there are so many different applications that we're not going to come up with all the great ideas. It's one of the important reasons we've started investing in innovation and allowing young entrepreneurs to come up with some of the great ideas that they can run on our platforms and our systems. And we see that as a fantastic way of coming up with lots of new, interesting, innovative applications that can run on smartphones and run on connected devices.
That's all for this programme. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. And don't forget to watch the other 4 big conversations on our TelecomTV M2M channel.